Well, hello everyone, and welcome. It is me, a British guy, here giving you a quick update of stuff in and around the metaverse. Now, some of you are going to know me from the game Earth 2, some of you from Our Planet, some of you from Baby Whales, and a hell of a lot of you, this is going to be probably the first time that you're going to sit there and come across my channel. So a big hello to you all. Now, over this last year, a whole new era of gaming has come upon us, sort of thing. We've all sat there and gone from playing just basic computer games to this whole new crypto gaming. Some of you will have known that, so maybe this isn't for you, sort of thing, this channel, but there's an awful lot of you that this is going to be, the first time you've been exposed to some of these new games. So within this channel here now, I want to sit there, my slogan of world domination, which I love to sit there and flex all the time on, represents multiple games throughout this new metaverse concept. So we're going to sit there and explore around, and I'll sit there and show you how true world domination on a global scale within the metaverse really takes place. So that being said, let's dive in, and I'm going to show you just a few of the games that have popped up these last few months that we're going to sit there and do a deep dive in going forward. The plan is to sit there and make 5-minute videos, introduction videos to all these new games, so you can sit there and choose what you want to play going forward. I'm going to go through just really briefly some of the ones that I'm in on, and that I will sit there and do a deep dive in 5 minutes, and start doing almost, imagine like a theatre review process of these games. The pros, the cons, the fun, the updates, what the developers are sitting there doing, a one-stop shop, if you like, to come and get some info ahead of the curve, because 99% of these games, if you're not in at the start, then you've probably missed the boat. In all honesty, I think that is a strong realization with a lot of these. If you're not in when things start to take off, then you're probably not going to get in. So be in at the start or don't. But I've got the advantage of shout out to the Baby Wow group, shout out to Dog Slayer, my guild. We all sit there and show each other different projects and different things and share them, and so the day things launch, we're set there, we're ahead of the curve. Let's sit there and see if we can't bring all of you lot on board as well with us. So that being said, some of the games we're going to sit there and look at is, for example, here we have Earth 2. This is the beginning from where I sat there and came into all of this. This was December the 12th, 2020. I think I started within all of this. This is a fiat-based game, so it's not actually come across to crypto at the moment. But hopefully, Shane and the devs are realizing they're maybe barking up the wrong tree for what the community and where the money is with all of this. So hopefully they'll sit there and come across soon. These little mentars, these little black dots are new this week. Lots of people have been chatting about these in the Facebook groups. £5 each to have a little mentor on your property. It didn't get my $5 because I believe that there were stronger projects that day that are launching. Just put my money on. More on that later. But so that's just one game that we can sit there and keep an eye on. Obviously, now we sit there and start going into crypto. April the 19th was the day that I started getting into all the crypto-based NFT games. The bank sat there and used to lock me out. I couldn't get access to any of these games. There was Bitverse was one of the first games I got into. They accepted credit cards, so I could sit there and buy with credit cards, spend some of my money, sort of thing. And finally, I was in the metaverse in the crypto sense. From there, everything else sort of took off. So we have Our Planet. This one is a roller coaster. 1 minute it's up, 1 minute it's down. We'll sit there and have a look at that, how the tokens work, how you sit there and you can battle with the upcoming land and the robots and everything. I mean, this is pretty exciting. I mean, the second you start putting the money value out of the picture and you start playing the games, you can really start getting ahead. So that's on the WAX chain. We have Nova Rally, which is supposed to be launching the actual in-game game later this month, I believe. They had their sale, they had their NFT drop and everything, and people have cars and these drivers. You pair them up, we put them on the racetrack, and you sit there and you win your snake oil. And that's going to be a pretty fun game. Sammy Snaker runs this one. He is just as crazy as any dork slay you've ever met. So I realise I'm in good company. When I start diving into some of this stuff, I realise I'm not the only lunatic out there, which is good fun. I'm really excited about playing this game. This is going to be fun. We've got Green Rabbits. Green Rabbits is again new. It's coming out with the actual game later this month. You can sit there and you can buy stuff on the Alcor on the Atomic Hub sort of thing. Buy the NFTs there, stake them. All these games is staking. There's a lot of staking involved. And if you're not familiar with what that means, I can explain that in another video. This is just a quick one-stop over a couple of the projects that I'm involved with. Green Rabbits, we'll sit there and do deep dives on that and explore around there with their characters and their team. We're going for the mythic. We're going for the mythic top end NFT drop at the end of the month. One has to acquire 100 million shilling to get their top ranking, and we're at 80 million at the moment. So another 20 million to purchase, and we get the big boys Discord role in this group, which is going to be pretty fun. That's another game that we're going to sit there, do a deep dive on. Remember, all of these are play to earn. So you sit there, you play the game, you earn crypto money. You might as well sit there and just, the mining days of Bitcoin are gone. You can mine any currency now and convert it over to whatever you want. Prospectors, another land-based game. This one's a couple of years old, but they've sat there and updated it with the newer NFT era. So they're sat there and updated. You can sit there and now own parcels of land within this one. The land produces wood, stone, gold. If you sit there and open up an NFT and you're lucky enough to have a gold mine on your piece of land, well, it's in the name. You own a gold mine. Dark Country, another card-based fighting game. We battle each other, different points, different attacks, different strategy. This one's pretty fun, actually. This was one of the first ones that I sat there again and looked at. I'm excited to sit there and see what they come out and develop. You can own land within this one. You can sell land. Everything's tradable. But this was pretty cool when I sat there and looked at it. So all of those ones there, well, are on the WAX chain. If you're not familiar with what that even means, then we'll have to make another video about that later on. What I'm going to sit there now is show you someone on the Binance Smart Chain of the new hype in-game sort of thing. Everyone's sitting there shilling left, right and center and playing the games. Remember, this is not financial advice, blah, blah, blah. This is just gaming, pure and simple gaming. So we have a Polychain, Pokemon. They just had Polychain, I'm not 100% sure, but I know there was a big hack on that Polychain network just yesterday, I believe. 600 million got stolen. I've been hearing rumors or something that he seems to be paying some of the stuff back or whatever, so I don't really know what's going on there. I've not looked into that 100% yet. That only just happened yesterday, so I guess keep your eyes on that. My Polychain monsters and my crypto are all safe. I mean, that's on a different, I've got them on the Binance Smart Chain, so they're all safe. You can buy these little pets. You can start staking them, I believe, later this week to start earning Pimon. Pimon, again, is in-game currency. Everything's tradable. Everything's, through PancakeSwap, Uniswap, SushiSwap, etc., etc. This is going to be a cool little game. I'm excited. We'll do a deep dive on, like I say, all of these later on. Now, if you're not familiar with CryptoBlades, this game was hilarious. There was a moment in time where you could sit there and, no word of a lie, earn $150 a day just in 10 clicks. The earning count, this mooned like crazy. You can sit there and see skill value today. It's the 12th of August. Skill value today is $36 per skill. BNB obviously at 382. And in this game, you could just fight and battle each other. But this had a mooning period. Okay, it had such a low amount of tokens available. All the early adopters were mining the skill like crazy, and it just mooned at one point. You could have made a lot of money were you holding a skill at the right time when it was trading for $150 per skill, and the developers essentially, they're giving the skill away. They're giving all of these games. You don't pay for the crypto token. They give it to you for free if you play the game, and that you're rewarded in their in-game currency, which is tradable on the exchanges outside of the game. So all of these games, you can essentially earn one currency in one game and spend it in another game. So you can sit there, and really the ecosystem is fascinating. Now, DeFi Pets, they just had an update literally today and have set everyone back to level 1, which was hilarious. They've had a major issue there, I guess, while they're getting ready for the world boss. But they've compensated people with ridiculous amounts of food, ridiculous amounts of gold, silver, and this one, I guess this is still in development. We've got to sit there and wait for what's going on with this one. But one to keep an eye on. Good fun indeed. I mean, I've got, I don't know, 15 pets or something in this one now, which is worth fun. Now this one is the game of the moment. A zoo. You sit there, you battle each other. It's you can stake. Obviously, look at some of these rewards you get from staking. Absolutely insane. I mean, it makes my Amazon shares, just whoever sat there and invested in Amazon when you can sit there and do this. The risk involved with some of these, I mean, are there rug pulls? Are there things? Of course. I mean, it's a whole risky game. It's all part of the game. Any day they can just sit there, turn the games off, and bugger off with everything, I guess. I mean, there is part of that. But while the game lasts, while the game exists, play the game, have some fun, and go for it. This one, again, like Crypto Blades, little gold mine. If you're in here at the right time, they're just about to implement their buyback scheme on Zoo. So it's $1.80 today. They're sitting there implementing this over the weekend. Let's see what it is on Monday again when they sat there and start doing their buyback scheme. Dragon Aire. Now this one is a pretty cool one. I've got some dragons in here. If you're familiar with Axes sort of thing, this is Axes 2.0. You could sit there and buy in cheap. Axes are going for something like $300 plus per pet. In here, you could have got a dragon on the launch for 3 dragons for $20. The sale sold out instantly. You're going to have to wait for the marketplace to open up where you can then buy some pets on the marketplace. I'm sure there's going to be lots of people around. Again, in-game currency. You can earn with this one. Very good fun. Now, these are all games. We've sat there, so we've spoken about a lot of the games here, sort of thing. This is just introduction. We'll do a deep dive, like I say, of how to play these games, why to play these games, and how to win these games. Because at the end of the day, it's all about winning. If you're not winning, then what's the point of playing? But then we get over to some of these sort of swaps, DeFi, farming sort of thing, crypto. So all of this, you can sit there. So all the tokens throughout all these different games, if you're sitting there and earning, you need a place to then come and swap them. So now you get in places where you then come and swap the tokens. You can swap it out for Bitcoin. You can sit there and trade it out for US dollar Tether, which is a stable coin, so you know that it's not going to fluctuate, and you lock in the value sort of thing. So as I say, PancakeSwap would have been the original, and they've sat there and had this open source sort of thing, all the different farms and DeFi pools, and a lot of the other people come in on the back end of these sort of guys, and I guess there's a lot of staking and everything coming in. Same with the Zoo. This ties in. You see the PancakeSwap little icons here, the liquidity pools and everything. We'll dive in and have a little explore around them. Now remember, this whole area is all brand new. We can all sit there and learn together, develop together, and just explore around, help each other on new projects, see cool stuff, and go for it. ApeSwap. So this is again very similar. If you're earning all your tokens over in the different games, you have to come over and swap them somewhere. They had the initial ape offering instead of initial coin offering, because of course apes have ape offerings for the Dragon Aire, which was just a couple of days ago. Those that got in on that, We sat there and pinged that through our community. The initial Ape offering was for 1 cent a token. The second that went on the exchange, that was up at 35 cents a token. So those of you that followed the Dork Slayer, followed the Baby Whales, and got in on that, you know, you can't complain about 35 times your money in overnight. So that's just a bit of fun. So we'll sit there and we'll keep our eye on this. We'll go into a bit of a deep dive and do some other things around here. Now, forget this name, but this is just what they call it, Poocoin. Of course, so in here you see all the different charts. You can follow stuff, sort of thing. We can go to Zootoken, have a look at what Zootoken. They're just initiating their buyback, as I sit there and say. So we can sit there and see some of the stuff in here. All the different tokens from all the different games. You come in here, you can see the charts. It's all good fun. Lots of selling. Amusing. Sorry, Nick. So that one's a really useful tool. Really terrible name, but useful tool to sit there and have a look at. You can sit there and see how many zoo holders hold that particular token, and just lots of information to really pull on. Really interesting to sit there and see stuff there. And then we've got the Alcor Exchange. So some of these, again, you sit there and you can, and again, another swap shop. So you can sit there and change your Aire from, say, our planet to WAX at the click of a button, sort of thing. I mean, it's really simple stuff. But we'll sit there, and this is just a quick video to sit there and show you some of the stuff that we'll sit there and look in on, and how to play this new play-to-earn era. I mean, of course, we've still got Sandbox. We've got Decentraland. I'm not playing Decentraland so much there. That was such a slow server when I was playing that. I just sat there and I couldn't be bothered with that one. But we've got Sandbox, which looks fantastic. We've got Alien Worlds. Again, if you missed the boat on that one, you're kind of locked out. So a lot of people were locked out from that, and a lot of different games are springing up in and around all that area. But that's just a couple of the games to sit there and look at. We've got the Atomic Hub that we can sit there and look through and explain it to some of you guys. Some of you, again, like I say, are going to be familiar with this. Some of you guys aren't going to be familiar with this. But just take a quick look on this little left-hand side here. All of these, you know, are different games, different projects one can get involved with, and different amusing things to sit there and do. So yeah, it's totally worth sitting there getting involved with and looking around all this. But if you have no idea what the hell I've just been through there, then don't worry, because together we're going to sit there, we're going to go through it. We're going to have little introduction videos to how to get up into these games, what to do inside these games, and just how to explore it, new projects and what's hot, what's not.